I personally enjoyed Gael Monfils' performance this year at the Australian Open. His movement seems bright and actually seems pretty glamorous. His athletic style aided him to come victorious against Kecmanovic, who went to the net often and showed great determination. Kecmanovic's serves were flat and quick, but Monfils was able to win the first set at a close 7-5 score. The second set went on to a tiebreak, and it was an amazing rally spectacle. I recommend you rewatch the tiebreak and give it up to Monfils for bringing up the big guns on the important points. Monfils moved on to the quarterfinals, where he would finally meet a challenge he would not be able to overcome. Hi tennis fans, welcome to the channel. Please subscribe for more videos. Matteo Berretini did not drop a set on the fourth round against Pablo Carrena Busta. Number 21 in the world from Spain, Busta has never made it past the fourth round in this tournament. But Berretini could not let his guard down, as Busta has made it into the quarterfinals of the French Open twice, and the semifinals of the US Open in 2020. Berretini was not deterred and faced Monfils in the first quarterfinal of the tournament. What a match! Both players wore the color black and played like tennis dark shadow machines. Incredible shot making, and after losing the first two sets, you would have thought Monfils would pack his lunch and go home. No, he won the next two sets decisively, and it wasn't until the fifth set that Berretini had his day. Great match with a high entertainment level. Shapovalov's run has been full of hope, upsetting the number 3 seed Alexander Zverev in 3 sets. The second set was particularly close, with Zverev losing 7-5 in the tiebreak. Shapovalov's great performance would be ended in a very close 5-setter against the most beloved lefty in the sport. Rafael Nadal's match against Shapovalov was a bit dramatic, not only because of the great performance of both players, but because Shapovalov got frustrated in the latter stages. He complained that umpires give special treatment to Rafa, allowing him more time than most players get during medical timeouts and toilet breaks. Shapovalov admitted that he was a bit nervous due to being in the Rod Laver Arena, where in Shapovalov's own words, Rafa is king. Shapovalov used his forehand to put pressure on Nadal's backhand and went to the net whenever possible. But we all can picture what happened. Nadal just turned into Nadal, and he played his game, coming up with angles that only he can come up with. Nadal would play exceptionally well on the beginning of the fifth set and would break Shapovalov with a ridiculous get on the first game, cruising to win a victory thereafter. Shapovalov is out of the tournament and out of one racket. Nadal would not be done either and faced Berretini in the quarterfinals. Just another day at the office for the legend, as Matteo Berretini would fall in 4 sets. I was really hoping for Nadal to face Monfils on this match due to the high entertainment value it would bring. But in any case, Berretini prevailed, but not on the semifinals. Facing Nadal must be nerve-wracking, especially when he's showing off his athleticism as he's been doing this whole run. We gotta talk about Taylor Fritz's amazing run in this major for a second. The 22-year-old American has never looked better. However, Stefanos Tsitsipas would be the one to claim victory on this 4th round, and Fritz would finish his run. But not without an amazing 5th set loss to the Greek number 4 seed. Stefanos Tsitsipas would move on to face Jannik Sinner, who had beaten Australia's very own Alex de Minaur in 3 sets. The young Italian player Jannik Sinner did not play badly at all in this quarterfinal, but he would meet the tournament's number 4, who did not let up the pressure during the 3-set match. Tsitsipas has been playing extremely well in this tournament. He looked confident and decisive in his shot selection, so Sinner would not win. But it is clear that this 20-year-old is only going to get deeper in these majors from now on. This is his second quarterfinal of a major, but I doubt it would be his last, or even his best. Tsitsipas would move on to meet world number 2 in the world, number 1 in the world, anyways. He would meet the top player of the redacted men's singles draw of the Australian Open 2022, Daniil Medvedev. Wow, I managed to stay factually based on that statement. Phew! Medvedev's match against Auger-Alliassime was spectacular. I have to admit when I'm wrong, as I actually thought Cilic would be able to upset the young Canadian. Nope. There's a reason why this young player is ranked number 9 in the world, and he most definitely showed that on his best run down under. Alliassime would have his day against Marion Cilic in 4 sets. A pretty close match if you factor in the second and fourth set tie breaks. Alliassime's heavy ground strokes would not be enough, however, to defeat the man of the show. Even though the Canadian was up 2 sets to love and tasting the sweet flavor of victory, Medvedev would come back to win in 5 sets. The 4th set was decided by a tiebreak, and I'm sure that Auger-Alliassime could not have had a worse feeling during this tournament. Medvedev is just tough to beat, plain and simple. Even though the Canadian was playing out of his mind, the Russian would become a wall. Nothing would get past it, and nothing did get past him. Medvedev moves on to the final as expected, and we have, in my opinion, the most entertaining match coming up that we could draw from this list of 128 names. Medvedev regained his composure and was able to come through Stefanos Tsitsipas in the semifinals of the Australian Open Championships. The first set was decided with a close tiebreak won by the Russian. Tsitsipas, however, took the second set but was unable to keep holding. Here's what I think happened. Tsitsipas' strategy usually involves an aggressive serve that puts pressure, in the hopes to continually move the player around the court and create an opening. Since Tsitsipas is not a particularly short guy, standing at 6'4", this works wonders against a variety of the players on tour. It did not, however, work against Medvedev, and in my opinion, the reason why Tsitsipas loses to the Russian time and time again is Medvedev's unmatched open stance backhand shot. Look at any of his matches and notice what he does when he gets pulled wide to his backhand side. He either comes up with an open stance neutralizing shot, a slice that buys him time, or a closed stance backhand that causes damage. In either case, you are watching the modern game at its best. Daniil Medvedev is now prepared to face Rafael Nadal in the Australian Open 2022 finals. I did really think Rafa would not get past the quarterfinals. I don't know why I had a feeling it was one of those years where Rafa would underperform. I learned my lesson. One can never underestimate a legend. And no one knows that better than Daniil Medvedev. He will not underestimate Rafa, in my opinion. but I do still think the Russian will end up holding the trophy. Of course, if Nadal wins, not only will I be happy, as a man in my 30s, I'm impelled to root for the veteran, but also I would not be too surprised. Demeanor-wise, I do think Nadal has an edge. Physically though, I will have to go with the 6'6" Russian tower. I'm definitely taking time off to enjoy this match, and I hope you can as well. And that's all that's been going on up to the final. We have a show to enjoy ahead, and I hope you enjoyed this show, the Tennisaloha Show, bringing you updates for free on the Australian Open. If you subscribe, there's a chance there will be more videos. As always, thank you and take care. Catch you on the next one.